Hello everybody, this is Tony Beism's Extreme Wargaming update. I'm just going to show you some of the latest things I've been working on and what's in production currently. I'm going to start with the tanks and the tank destroyers first. I'm going to show you what the German forces will be using in this game scenario. By the way, just for anybody who's not familiar, it's alternative history wargaming. It's between the Germans and the Russians instead of taking place in 1941 with the German attack on Russia. It's going to take place, the World War II ends. There's a Cold War between Russia and Germany. Anyways, so they actually go to war in 1952 instead of 1941. So some of the equipment will be what the Germans would have probably been making if they had kept progressing with their tank developments. First here is the Panzer Kampfwagen 9. As you can see, compared to the soldier, this is a scale of the soldiers that I'll be using. It is a very large tank. It ranges between 30 and 40 tons. It's not by any means the biggest of the German tanks, but it will be one of the more, it would be about the average size of the German tanks in operations during my campaign, through my wargaming. This is the Panzer Kampfwagen 8. It is kind of modeled after the Panzer Kampfwagen 4. I kind of kept the body structure the same. It really wouldn't be any different. The Panzer IV was actually in service up until the 1960s. Someone were actually using the Israeli air wars. But anyways, it is one of those tanks that can constantly be upgraded. And so that's why I kind of wanted to do that. You see the turret works pretty well on that one. The next one is a variant on the Panzer Kampfwagen 8, but it has the encasement superstructure. The whole concept of this was the Germans believed is they would take a chassis of a current or existing tank and they would upgrade the caliber of the gun by putting a welded casemate on it, essentially a superstructure that does not rotate and move. It allowed them to actually mount a heavier turret on an existing chassis without having to increase the size of the chassis. So this gun obviously is larger than that one. Next we have what would be considered a Panzer Kampfwagen 2. These were being phased out in World War II. But towards the end of World War II, the Germans are actually starting to come up with some smaller scale light tanks to arm their reconnaissance units with. They were kind of going to replace the armored cars and the half-tracks, providing a little more protection. This one has a small, what would probably be classified as a 50mm cannon. If you can look over back behind here, I have some that are actually mounting the 75mm howitzer short-barreled gun. These are the ones that will actually be happening. They'll be supplying the infantry unit and giving them infantry support. Basically, with the larger gun, it'll be able to attack machine gun nests and bunkers and so forth. These two versions right here are the E-15 Panzer. These are from the E-series, which was a German series of standardized tank designs that they were trying to come up with at the end of World War II to simplify the manufacturing of parts. Yeah, basically the E-15 assault gun / tank destroyers. It's just two different model versions. I decided to do both just because the Germans had a history of doing that. They would sometimes make two variants on the same tank design. And if you can see, I'm going to hand back a little bit, scan. Oh, I guess I didn't get those two. I'm sorry. There we go. These are the two tank destroyers I was just pointing out. I guess I didn't get them in my video shot. Anyways, those are the two. Behind them are the variants of the half-tracks. This is a half-track with an aerial antenna. It's a smaller half-track. These are more for reconnaissance units. Both of these are. One thing you might notice on this, that if you take it from the back, you can open it up and put troops in it. So they can carry troops. They carry about 6 troops. The more personnel carriers that would be used for combat will be longer and they'll be more in the traditional style of the German half-tracks I would use at that time. I'm also going to make an all-track personnel carrier that the Germans had been developing towards the end of World War II. This is a smaller half-track. It was designed to carry It's going to be designed to carry a heavy mortar in the 150 millimeter range. Okay, over here we have 3 variants on the half-track trucks that I'm going to use. Basically, they're all the same chassis style. Sorry. The same chassis style, and they will be, there we go, they'll be used for various purposes. This one is a fuel truck, as you can see, so it will be for transporting fuel. These two are essentially the same. This one will be able to have a canvas top on top of it for troops, troops, supplies, anything of that nature. This is just one without the canvas top. I'll make a variation on those. The only downside of having it, it looks cool with the canvas top and thing, but sometimes it's hard to load stuff up with these rail for the curtains, for the drapery. Over here is also a motorcycle for the Panzer troop. I don't know if you can see it very well there. There you go. It will be for the Constance units, and it has a sidecar on it. You can kind of see the scale of that, so you can get an idea how that is. I try to keep it pretty close to scale. I don't do any measurements, more just by looking at things and kind of guessing on eyesight and things. So, anyways, that's kind of all. I just want to let you guys know what I was doing. I'm going to actually pan over here a little bit. Zoom in on this so you can get a detailed look at that new tank. See that the turret, so they all rotate. Also got the tracks on. They all got flexible tracks that we got paper, but the tanks are pretty sturdy. They're made out of cardboard, various types of cardboard thicknesses. Detail on the cardboards, as you can see. I'm going to pick this up and walk over there and give you a little closer look. As you can see, the detail on it, it's more, that is like a cereal box cardboard than the actual body frame to it and so on, are made of a heavier chipboard. I think it's 40 centimeters, something like that. It's basically 2 chipboards compressed together. You can get it at hobby stores, which gives the tank a very good sturdy feel. So anyways, okay, well that's all for now, and I will be showing you more videos later. Thank you. Bye.